It's so cool to me, actually. I think it's the coolest thing to see, like, Albanians and Latinas and Greeks and Italians. There's so many and more on TikTok, these comments that I see of like, oh my God, this is my grandma. And like, they're completely different cultures. Like, we do the same thing.
Hi everyone, I'm your new co-host Sarah, and this is the Assyrian Podcast, episode 172. I spoke with Ramina Odisho of Ramina Rated, who is an Assyrian content creator, writer, and comedian based in Chicago, Illinois. You may have seen Ramina's videos shared by some of your friends on social media, but if you haven't, she's known for her hilarious TikToks in which she brings together comedy and her experience as a first-generation Assyrian American. Ramina writes, performs, edits, and produces all of her sketches. She's well known for a number of characters, including Yom, the universal Assyrian mom portrayed in many of her videos. In this episode, we discuss her upbringing, where she draws the inspiration for her characters, and what she looks forward to doing in the future. Ramina's passion for making you laugh is contagious, and I look forward to sharing this episode with you. She's also started performing stand-up comedy, and she's going on tour, so be sure to follow her to see when she'll be in a city near you. This episode is sponsored by the Oshana Partners, a husband and wife real estate team. Are you looking to purchase or sell a home in Arizona or California? John and Rita are available to help make your next real estate decision into a seamless transaction. Contact the Oshanas at 209-968-9519 and get to know them a little bit more by checking out their website, theoshanapartners.com. And now, here's Ramina Rated. Thank you so much for joining me today, Ramina.
Thank you for having me.
For those who don't know you, do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Give me your background as if I don't know you.
Sarah, the interview question. I hate that question so much.
I know, that's why I asked.
Tell me about yourself. Does anybody ever know? Like, what do you say? Like, what do you say? My favorite color is mauve.
Is it really?
It is, actually.
Oh.
I used to, growing up, I used to say it was red because I heard my mom say it once. And then I said it and I had to commit. I was like, I guess my favorite color is red now. But it never was. Yeah, I like mauves, like a nudish pink color.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good color. It's a good solid color.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? All right, you want to know about myself.
Yeah.
I'm a middle child, so hence the middle child syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I am Assyrian. I was born in Chicago. My parents are from Syria. My father is your uncle. My mother is your first cousin.
Uh-huh.
We won't get into that,
No,
though.
we don't have to get into the genealogy of it all. What was it like growing up, as an Assyrian kid? You're essentially first-generation American. What was it like growing up in Chicago?
Well, it felt like a normal childhood. My friends were my cousins, right? And I didn't really know, like, any better until I entered the school system. And I was like, oh, you can have, like, other friends too, right? Friends that aren't related to you. But that wasn't a thing.
Best friends not related to you.
Right. No, growing up, my best friend was my sister, hands down. And then my friends were my cousins. Like, we did everything together growing up, So entering the school system kind of shows you, I guess, the stark differences in the cultural norms. So, it was interesting, to say the least. My parents were super strict. Traditional old school Assyrian parents. So we weren't really able to hang out with friends after school. And actually, it's really funny. We had this project my freshman year of high school, and I'll never forget it because I was so embarrassed. But we were assigned to research different parts of the city, and our group was assigned Chinatown. And so my group members were like, all right, when are you going to Chinatown? And I'm like, yeah, about that. So I asked my parents, they're like, hell no, you're not going to Chinatown. And so the day the presentation rolls along and you just see the slideshow of my group members having the best time, living their best lives in Chinatown. And I'm like, yeah, I was a part of that group. I wasn't able to go. So there's that, like, those awkward moments where you have to, like, explain to your teachers or to your friends, like, no, I actually cannot do that because it's just not the norm in my culture. Like, my parents are super strict. I can't go with you guys to Chinatown and research Chinatown, but I can put the presentation together, And then this other time, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I feel so bad for this girl. If you're out there and you remember this story, I apologize. I really do. I was walking home with my friend. The school wasn't that far from my house. It's the only reason why I was able to walk home from school. And my friend's with me, and we get to my house, and I open the front door, and I'm like, okay. I turn around and look at her, and I'm like, all right, you can't come in because my mom won't let me have friends over. And I kid you not, I had her sit outside on this white plastic chair.
How old were you guys?
Sarah, I'm so embarrassed to admit I might have been in like fifth grade.
It's okay. We're throwing your parents under the bus today.
100%. And I tell my mom this story, and she dies of laughter and goes, I would have let her in. You're so capurta. She's like, capurta, you left her outside? And I'm just staring at her like, are you serious? But yeah,
traumatized.
Yes, exactly. So I feel really bad till this day. I bring up that story. I just feel so bad for that girl. But yeah, like school projects, like, getting together at friends' houses to do those sort of things just wasn't a thing. I grew up in my church essentially, and with my cousins, so that I felt like where the socializing was happening was in our youth group and with my relatives. But otherwise pretty normal childhood. But it all adds, it all inspires me. It's the inspiration behind my content. So
I feel like that strictness does inspire a lot of your material.
Oh, 100%.
Like you see it all over it. Like I even wonder sometimes, like, was that little girl who inspired Stacey Macy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean you can't let me into your house?
Right. Oh my
It's
God.
cold out here.
Stacey Macy is like what I imagined it would have been like to have a white friend. Like, it's just the perfect time to explain all the things we can and can't do. But yeah, I mean, of course, Yom is the epitome of that strictness. She's my mother and my grandmother fused in one, and
I was gonna say
all the other ladies in between.
Yeah.
Who are they? Are we
I
dropping
see
names?
so many people. I definitely see your mom's stuff in there every now and then. It's a lot of your grandmas had a cat.
Oh yes,
her hairy cats.
Her hairy cats. But yeah, Yom is inspired by my mom and the things that I experienced growing up, and then of course my grandmother and the accent. My mom, people meet my mom, they're like, your mom doesn't have an accent. Like, you are a fraud. And I'm like, hold on, though. Wait, my grandma does, though. So definitely the things that Yom says and the accent inspired by my grandma, the situations Yom finds herself in with her daughter are inspired by real life experiences that I've experienced with my mom. Like one of the things I can think about, this was one of my earlier Yom videos, was my mom was like, get up and clean. We have that stare down Saturday mornings. You just want to chill in bed. Like, weekends weren't a thing for us.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like Stacy's are like, oh my God, it's the weekend. Like, we're gonna enjoy it and just relax. Can't wait to just wind down and unwind and rewind and all the wines. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice for you. But we would wake up Saturday mornings and it was like, okay, let's go. Time to clean the house. And so my mom had a stare down with me and I got up to clean. And by the time I got to the kitchen, she gave me a dirty look. And I'm like, what now? Like I got the mop in my hand, like I'm doing everything by the book. What's the problem now? Right? And she goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, is this a trick question? Like, I didn't know. I'm like, she's setting me up, dude. She's setting me up. It's not safe. And I go, I'm cleaning the house. And she was in the middle of cooking. Now, I guess you're not supposed to be, like, cleaning when somebody's in the middle of doing something. Like, multiple times we've had, like, when I say guests, I really mean, like, my grandpa or my aunts. And she's, like, cussing me out for sweeping, vacuuming, or mopping around them. Like, it's disrespectful, right? Like, they're going to feel like, okay, do I need to get up and leave your house because you're cleaning? But, like, at the same time, like, I'm not trying to sit around all day waiting for you to finish your stuff for me to finish clean. Like, I got things to do, right? Like, another, Assyrian American Assyrian. Like,
right.
Well, how does it feel growing up? And,
Yeah.
I mean, back home, like, that's all they knew, right? It was, like, working the farms, at least for our family. Like,
yeah.
I think we were from the village.
In the villages, yeah.
Working the farms and then, taking care of the household. Like, they weren't expected to, like, pursue education. Like, we're doing all of it. We're juggling all of it. So, like, yes, I have other things I'd like to do with my day. Not sit around and wait for... Anyway, I digress.
Now, the funniest part... I love that story because the funniest part is had you, like, prepped yourself to go out and, like, let's say run errands or something.
Oh, no.
And, like, you wanted to be productive that morning just for yourself. Should have been like, where are you going?
100. There's no for yourself. There's no for yourself in this household. I don't know if people can relate to that, but it's like... So... She goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to finish cleaning. And she was cooking. And she gave me the dirtiest look. And she goes, I'm cooking right now. Like, no, you're not going to finish cleaning right now. You're going to wait till I'm done. Because she might make a mess in the kitchen. It makes sense. Trust me, it makes sense. But I didn't want it to make sense in the moment. But anyway, I made a video of that. So it's like just moments like that I've experienced. I thought to myself in the time, like, how funny would it be if I made this a video? Because it's so frustrating from our point of view, right? So yeah, Yom is inspired by the women in my life. And I named her Yom. Actually, my cousin, we were recording one of the very first videos of Yom at my cousin's house, and one of my cousins goes, so what are you going to call her? And I was like, I don't know, like, do we give her a name? Like, I don't want to give her a name. And she's like, why don't you call her Yom, which is what they call their mom. And I was like, that's brilliant. So Yom is Yom, and there's no name to her because she's just universal Assyrian mom. And funny story, my cousins don't call their mom Yom anymore because I ruined it for them. But yeah. There's definitely people in my life that inspire the characters, and the aunties and the uncles that inspire some of those auntie videos. Yeah.
Have you ever looked at Yom like the Assyrian Medea?
Yes. Yes, I have. And people have said it too. I don't know what the holdup is. I have been wanting to grab screenshots of Medea moments, the famous Medea moments, and put Yom alongside her. And I don't know yet if they're going to be like arch enemies or like friends or the best of friends. I don't know yet. I still have to think about how I want to set that up. But 100%, she's definitely Medea vibes. I mean, not as crazy.
Sure.
Right? Which
she hasn't gone to jail yet.
Right. I mean, yes, she has.
She went to jail.
Picking the grape leaves.
I know she got arrested. I don't know if she went to jail.
Okay, so here's how this happened. She did. You're right. So that video, she got out of it, but then I had to do a cameo for a woman, and it slipped my mind completely, and I felt so bad. So I think it was like 1 a.m. I got in my car because everyone was sleeping, and I made it seem like the holdup was
home.
Yeah, the struggles of working from home. I made it seem like the holdup was that she was back to picking tarpe, got arrested again. This time it wasn't an Assyrian, it wasn't her neighbor, and it took Yosef a while to bail her out. So technically speaking, she has got arrested.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I'm thinking of making Yom a little more crazy, a little bit more Medea,
I love it.
So she's not crazy enough, as is.
You know what, for Assyrian standards, she's almost there. I feel like with Assyrian standards,
it's funny you say that because I've posted videos, obviously, of her throwing the Syria 300s, the chikalte. And one woman commented and was like, that's terrible. Like, I've never done this to my kids. And I was like, wow. I think I commented, like, protect her at all costs. I was like, bless you, you're an angel. So, yeah, some people relate to it. Some people don't. But, yeah, I think the majority are like, yes, that is the Assyrian crazy, for sure.
I love that. And it doesn't have to be, everybody's mom for it to be relatable.
Right.
Your material it's funny to so many different people, and it essentially crosses borders even. Mm-hmm. Like, you have a huge following, and they're not all Assyrian.
No, they're not.
How does that feel, being able to, like, touch even into other cultures that way?
It's so cool to me, actually. I think it's the coolest thing to see, like, Albanians and Latinas and Greeks and Italians. There's so many and more on TikTok, these comments that I see of like, oh my God, this is my grandma. And like, they're completely different cultures. Like, we do the same thing. And then also, it's cool because they're learning about our culture. But it's also cool because I'm getting a glimpse into theirs. So it's really neat to be able to connect with such a diverse crowd. Also, it's so humbling to put us on the map, I feel like. And it's so cool to do that on like a creative content kind of platform. So yeah, sometimes it feels like just a big fat therapy session for me. But I mean, everybody, I guess, is living the same truth. So it's cool. It's humbling. I'm just kind of in shock still. I have to pinch myself sometimes. Like, am I dreaming? It's just how this whole thing just snowballed into Ramina Rated.
Your Ramina Rated debut was with the Brati video,
Correct.
Right? That was
yes.
2019, like
Take
right before the pandemic when we hit.
Correct. Yeah, TikTok kind of happened during the pandemic. But the Brati video was kind of the first thing that Ramina Rated put out. And for those of you guys that don't know, there was a song called Bruni, which means my son, and it was by a band called Azadutan. I think they're Australia based, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And so it was like Bruni qutam tu hazarila, like son, wake up, your breakfast is ready. And I listened to it.
Basically.
Yeah. Oh my God, he was treated like a prince. I'm pretty sure they filmed in like a castle or a mansion or something. It was funny, right? Like it was their own like parody of like how, Assyrian mothers spoil their sons. And I thought to myself, man, what would a Bratiqo video look like? Like, daughter, wake up, and just list the slew of chores and stuff that, we're expected to do on a day-to-day basis. So I was just like joking around with my friends, and then we're like, wait a second, let's start writing lyrics. And it was like, Kanishta Hazarila, like room's ready, clothes are ready for you to wash. Like, get up, ain't no breakfast for you, honey. We got stuff to do. So yeah, we recorded it. I had your sister play the original Yom. The original Chikalta Flingen Yom is Grace Abraham. Grace Barcon. Oops.
Yeah, Abraham Barco, whatever.
And then your sister played the Brati. And that video, I think, has over like 25,000 views on YouTube. So that one took off. And I was always, not always, I shouldn't say always. I started making funny kind of short clips and videos with the youth group. So that was, I think, the first time I was like, all right, here's my individual project. I'm putting this out there. And so that took off. And then the pandemic hit. And then the short clips started coming out, the more, the Ramina Rated clips that people are more used to seeing. And I think what was funny is somewhere down the line, I reposted the Brati video, and people didn't realize that was like a Ramina Rated thing. They were like, oh my God, you made this video? Because I was never in it,
you
right?
were directing it.
I was everything. Yeah, I just wasn't in it.
Yeah.
So that's why people were like, wait a second, this is your video? So yeah, man, Grace is the original Yom.
When did you get into the TikToks mainly? Because that's when you really started putting your face out there.
Yes.
And people started associating, okay, like Ramina Rated has a face,
right.
Basically. It's not just these projects.
Yeah, so I want to say it was January of 2020. So it's been a year and a little bit. A year and a half, I would say.
It's like 2 years.
Is that 2 years? I can't do math. Sarah, I'm an English teacher. Please help me.
2021?
I'm so embarrassed. Can you edit this out?
Was it? I can totally. I don't know. We can't.
Was it 2021?
January.
I'm going to go back on my Instagram right now. Oh.
So I think we established that Ramina Rated had started in 2019 with the Bratiqo video.
Yes.
And then the Rona came...
in 2020, did it not?
2020.
Yeah.
Like March-ish.
Correct. So the following January, 2021 is when I posted the first, like, my face Yom video.
Got you.
So yeah, so then it has been a year and a half. Because
wow.
This past January would have made 1 year. So yeah, wow is right, because the speed in which things took off was insane. I want to say the first video of mine that really took off was the first different types of dancers video I did. I was wearing that like green leopard V-neck dress. And then I did one like when you're at an Assyrian party and they're like, in Basmalochon, there's a car blocking license plate number, right? Like, so those different type of like relatable situations. And then the multiple personalities came out of me and the multiple characters were created. Everything kind of just, progressed after that. Real Housewives came out and Keto came out. Hilane, the best friend. Nabil, who could forget Nabil, the cousin engineer that's in love with the daughter. And just, the other stuff, the aunties and the uncles. I got that chest patch. Oh my God. $40 on Amazon. And I was so worth it. In the moment, I was like, you're not really spending $40 for like little tiny hairs on a patch for a video. And then I was like, yes, you are. And it looked phenomenal. Like, I think people thought that was really my chest hair.
I mean,
some people. Maybe not.
We wouldn't be too far off for some of us.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna lie.
Thank God for laser.
Yeah, thank God for laser. Truly. What is like the most favorite versus least favorite character or like videos that you've been producing?
Most favorite to least favorite versus most difficult to easiest. How about that? Okay. My least favorite videos would probably be like the Yom on the phone ones. Even though they're hilarious, I just feel like maybe for me they seem kind of boring sometimes. But they're the easiest ones to do because it's like all on the spot. You know
One
what I mean?
costume,
Yeah.
one
One
take, one
costume, one take.
personality.
Yes. The ones that are the most fun and like cringe and like silly to me are the auntie videos because those are quick and they're just fun and I get to like throw on makeup on my face and look ridiculous. So aunties are up there for me. But the one that I think I get the most satisfaction from when it's all said and done are the housewives videos.
They're
It's
so
just
much
so
fun.
funny. It's just so funny to write like ludicrous like storylines
Sure.
and just make it so dramatic. And I know that's not a common thing for our community to like address, but man, it happens all the time. And what I'm referring to is like infidelity. Like
Yeah.
we try to keep things hush hush, and my mom hates the Real Housewives videos for that reason. She's like, "What is this?
Eba.
Like it's eba, it's tacky. Like I don't like this. I don't like this." And I'm like, "That's funny, mom. Like I think this is my fan base's favorite storyline is the Housewives spoof." So
I know
it's interesting because I'm like to her, oh, okay, like it's able when I'm literally making fun of it. Like I'm like not making fun of the infidelity. Like that's a serious thing that people go through. But I'm making fun of like the drama, the Real Housewives, the luxury of it all, right? But we don't do that. Like in real life, we're like all hush hush about it and like whatever, like to each other's faces. Like, but then behind closed doors, everybody's gossiping about it, right? So I just feel like it's like kind of hypocritical. Like, okay, bro, I'm just joking about it. You're like upset at this like spoof, like these like little comedic videos I'm making. But yeah, it's a little hypocritical if you ask me. But there's some things, yeah, my mom and dad don't like certain videos that I do, but I'm pushing the envelope with them slowly but surely. And so yeah, the Housewives videos I think are my favorite. But Sarah, girl, it takes me just to film maybe 5 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, by the time I'm like done swapping out of each character, changing the lipstick color, the eyeshadow, the outfits, making sure I got the facial expressions down, you know, like in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, this character is about to say this to you, so you have to react in this way, and like making sure all the lines are said. I green screen from TikTok, so it takes forever. By the time I'm done recording that 3-minute video, I have to screen record it, throw it in my phone, in my editing app on my phone, and then edit it, captions, audio, all of that stuff. It could take me like a week long. It's like a week long
lot
project.
of work.
Yeah.
So I bet it's even more frustrating when people are like, "Where is season 2?"
Girl, tell me about it. I'll literally post a video, a 5-minute clip, right? Like 5 hours of filming will get me like a 5-minute clip.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, this will do it. This will hold them off for a bit. And literally the first comment you'll see is like, okay, give us more. Where's the rest? Where's part 2?
Like,
and I'm like,
trying.
please, I just finished. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a lot. And I do it all on my phone. And it's convenient, but I'm ready to graduate. I feel like I need to like get on some serious editing software because I feel like sky's the limit when I play around with that. So right now it's kind of minimal, like TikTok, green screens, that sort of thing. But
You're working with what you've got in the meantime, but you're
Exactly.
still producing really good content.
Oh,
and
thank you
honestly,
so
like very
much.
fun to watch content.
thank you.
I did want to ask you, you mentioned your parents.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Here
I
we
did
go.
want to ask you because I went to your stand-up show and your dad was at the one in Chicago. After the show, I was just like, you know, how you doing? How you feeling? And he's like, and he's got a drink in his hand, and he's got a hookah in the other. He's like, I feel good. I can't do
He's
your
so
dad
funny.
like you can do.
I feel good.
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's good. Thank God. I saw him laughing during it, and I was like, I think at one point I stopped and was like, hell yeah, my dad's laughing.
Yeah.
Like I did it.
He seemed really proud. I had asked him, you know, how you feeling, all that, and he's like, you know, we're good, and as long as she doesn't cross any lines,
Uh-huh.
we're
Those
good.
lines.
What are the lines?
Let's talk about the
Curious
lines.
about the lines.
I think off the top of my head, the lines I can think of are, well, church being the first one. We've had a couple arguments in the house about certain church videos that I've done. Some people will agree with it, some people won't. I never am bashing my church. I love my church. I grew up in my church. But the one that we had an issue with was the choir director one. And in my head, I was like, I don't see the big deal. Like, I sang in choir for all these years, and I just thought it was so funny how, like, serious we take ourselves, and they're like, people singing off pitch and people singing too loud and people singing too early and the choir director getting frustrated. Like, that is all so funny to me when I look back at it. So I'm like, what's the big deal? But he's like, no, 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 like, it looks like you're making fun of our prayers. It looks like you're making fun of the prayers. And I'm like, oh, okay. I could see how this could be misconceived. So I went as far as asking one of the choir members to watch the video and tell me what she thought. She was laughing throughout the whole thing. And then I said, so was that offensive? And she's like, no, why would it be? And I said, it doesn't seem like I'm mocking the prayer, because, I had to choose a prayer to pretend we were practicing to. And she's like, no, 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 not at all. So I was like, okay, if this lady who sings in the choir is telling me that it was funny and she didn't find it offensive, you know what? I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, post it, and understand that not everyone will interpret it the way that it should be interpreted. And that's just with everything in life. So I think I even put like a caption, like a disclaimer caption, in case it was, spun out to be that way, right? So what I do is I jump between 3 platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I name them in that order because I see it as like the youngins is TikTok, the middle-aged, not middle-aged, the millennials.
Kind of middle-aged, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, oh my God, Sarah, please. So Instagram is like our age. I feel like maybe we'll call it like even teenagers on it. We'll call it the 16 to the 40s, 16 to the 50s. And then Facebook is what I consider like the moms and dads, the aunties, uncles, the nanas even. Okay. So I knew right off the bat, Facebook was going to be where those comments would come from. You're making fun of the church. Like, how dare you make fun of our prayers, yada, yada. I was like, if it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to be on Facebook because it's the older generation, right? So I piloted on TikTok. I threw it on TikTok. I was like, let's just see what happens. And it was all great comments. I don't think I saw one that was like, why are you mocking the church or the prayers? So it was received well. Instagram, same thing. Facebook is where those comments came in, just like I had predicted. So I got into it with my dad, and I was like, you know what? That was one of those things where I just had to make a judgment based on what I thought was right and what I thought I was going to do, like as a comedian, like push the boundaries a little bit. And I posted it. And what's hilarious is after all of that, one of our bishops messaged me and was like, this video is so on point, so funny, thank you so much. And I was like, see, Dad, like, it was received well,
It was your vindication.
Yes, like, aside from the 5 or 6 aunties on Facebook who like, and those people, like, I don't argue with, because there's no getting through to them. And I think that's not what my job is either. As a comedian, like, I'm making the content and I'm making it for the purpose of sit back, relax, and have some fun and laugh, and again, like I said, I put it in the caption, like, there's no disrespect towards the church or anything like that. Like, I love my church. People that know me love my church. I think my content speaks for itself for the most of the time. I don't pay attention. I don't give it my energy, because I know that for the majority of my fan base, they're receiving it the way it was supposed to be received. And I'm just not going to spend my time arguing on Facebook when I could just be recording more content. So yeah, that was one of the lines, Sarah. The church is one of those lines that cannot be crossed. And the housewives thing, right? Like, any allusion to like infidelity or like anything scandalous, really, like anything sexual too, right? Like, those are the things that exactly. Sure. Like, so those, I think, are the lines being crossed. And I think I take pride in the fact that I have been able to produce pretty clean comedy, and people enjoy that, and people have actually said, like, thank you so much for producing clean comedy. No matter how many times I've wanted to drop the F-bomb in like some of my stand-up stuff that I've done in the past.
Yeah, that would be very hard.
It's so
for a lot of people. Yeah,
but it's so hard to not, because the F word is such a good filler word.
Yes.
Like, it's so, and sometimes it just does make things funnier. Just kind of had to agree that I was just gonna keep it clean. And again, like, I don't mind it. And the fact that people appreciate it is actually a really cool thing. But yeah, I think for the most part, I keep my stuff pretty clean. So I don't know if my dad has to worry about anything. And also, I just can't see myself like on stage talking about anything that has to do with sexuality and my dad listening to it. Like, sure. I want to die just thinking about it right now. So, yeah, I think I don't cross the lines. I kind of push the envelope with them a little bit. And I'm going to keep doing so until we see if we get to that line. No, they've been good sports about it. They gave me a hard time at first, not gonna lie. And I think a big part of that was the fact that I am a Middle Eastern woman. And so this isn't typical of, I feel like, Middle Eastern women to kind of put themselves on platforms like these and expose themselves. So I know that was hard for them at first, but I think once people started following, liking, commenting, sharing personal messages about the way that my videos have influenced them, they started realizing, like, oh, okay, like what she's doing is actually benefiting the community, and people are like, "Bkhara," right? So they got on board. And in my head, I'm like, damn it, like, why couldn't you guys be on board from jump, right? Like, why did it have to take all the aunties and uncles, like, saying, oh, you should be so proud of your daughter, right? But it's just one of those things that come with my parents. They're old school, and
Yeah. It comes with like community approval.
Yes,
and
girl.
just being at least Assyrian and being a woman, you're essentially a representative of your family, it feels. More so than men, I would say.
I agree with you.
From like personal experience, it's just a lot on our shoulders, and like the reputations of our families. Guys can essentially get away with a lot more.
Yep.
Typically, like, I don't want to say this for all guys, obviously not all families are the same.
Right.
But I get that. I get the hesitation, I guess. But I'm glad you've found a way to like authentically put yourself out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people appreciate your work.
Yeah, they do. They do. They relate to it. They appreciate it. Like I said, I feel like we're all kind of living the same life, and this is one big therapy session. But yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of pressure on women in our culture to be a certain way, to speak a certain way, to dress a certain way, right? So, like I said, I feel like I'm pushing the envelope a little bit. I mean, I haven't done anything crazy to be like, yeah, I did this, and my parents were just going to have to deal with it, right? Like, I don't think I'm there yet, because on the flip side, I do respect my parents and appreciate their input too. So I don't ever want to like go against their wishes. But times are changing, Sarah. Like before, like, I mean, a lot of things are taboo in our culture, and I feel like before it was like super taboo for like women to move out of their houses, but like the times are changing, and thank God, right? Like now I feel like more parents are okay with letting their daughters live in an independent way, right? And like not having to rely on a man for their freedom, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so that's not my case.
I was gonna say, is that
not my case.
Anywhere in the future, the near future for Ramina Rated?
Girl, I don't know. I'm not saying that I want to be single. Let's just put this out there, okay? Sure. But what I'm saying is that I wish my freedom didn't come at a cost of a man. And unfortunately, my parents are still in that like old school mindset. Like, no, honey, you cannot move out. The day you leave your house, and I made a Yom video about this.
Yes.
Is with a ring on your finger on the day of your wedding. Which again, like, I'm so torn with our culture, because I think that is such a beautiful custom to have your father walk you out of your house. But girl, sometimes I'm like, okay, I wish I had my own space.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get why people move out. Yeah, is it?
Tell
me about it.
It's pretty nice. My mom is always like, you can always come home. And I'm like, you're funny.
I know you miss
adorable.
us.
So cute.
So yeah, they're fun. They're interesting, but they're on board right now. I think they're excited for where this is going, and I think none of us realized that in less than 2 years we'd be where we are right now, and that's the exploring the live comedy shows, which has been so fun.
Has it become an all hands on deck situation, like the whole family is involved now?
I feel bad saying yes. Yeah, I feel like, when I started recording, like, I almost felt like an inconvenience, because I had to quiet people down in the house, or like ask my sister to help me, or like my mom to help me with certain things, or like my mom to be in a video with me, my brother to help me. And I just kind of felt like I was nagging people, or I was like being an inconvenience. But I feel like over time it became like, yes, we want to help you. Like, what can we do to help you? And family is very involved. My aunts now, especially, I call her my Auntager, Ninwa, has been an absolute angel, because she has taken on like the correspondence end of things, organizing events, or responding to, inquiries that we get, that sort of thing. She was there when I had to record the housewives videos, and those are like hours long worth of recording, and I needed a quiet space. She's like, come to my house whenever, like, record here. And so like that was just a huge relief to know that I had a space to go to record. And she would help me write the script and help me with my Assyrian at times when I didn't know how to say something. So yeah, Ninwa has been a 5-star manager. Shout out to my Aunt Ninwa. Yeah, she's taking care of everything, and I think she's enjoying doing it. So I'm so lucky just to have my family, my close friends motivate me, like give me video ideas from time to time. Like you've given me like some brilliant storylines and video ideas that I'm not going to share because I don't want it to get stolen, but
Girl,
we
this
need
ain't
to
about
get to
me.
it. No, girl, shit, it should be. I want to hire you on my creative team. No, girl, you've come up with some bomb ideas, and I'm not gonna share them because they're so good. But let's just say it's something like The Housewives, but call it a different show. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm so busy. It's crazy. I'm so busy, but I feel so blessed and humbled, and
it's good busy.
yeah, it's great busy. But yeah, my support group, my support network is.
I'm glad
amazing.
you have that. I feel like it's very important, especially for when you're just starting out and you're kind of shifting careers, because you were a teacher before this. You were an English teacher, right?
So weird, Sarah. You said were.
You were,
as in past tense.
It is past tense.
A little background. I have my master's in. I forgot, it's been that long. It hasn't been that long. I'm joking. I have my master's in ELL and reading, so I'm an English teacher, high school. And I've been teaching for the past, oh my God, I'm going to age myself right now. I started teaching in 2014.
Yes.
Okay, so what is that? Because I can't do math. 7 years? 8 years?
That's 8 years.
8 years, okay. And I had just taken my Spanish proficiency test to get my bilingual endorsement as well. And the Detroit show happened, and I made it happen on my spring break. And then more people were reaching out like, hey, can you come do a show here? Can you come do a show here? Can you come do a show here? And I'm like, how am I going to make this work with my teaching schedule? Because I already felt like I was being torn in two directions and almost not giving 100% in both. So I kept thinking to myself, like, imagine what Ramina Rated could be if I had 100% of my time dedicated to it. Like, what opportunities would come from it, the types of videos I can do, just investing more time and quality into the videos that I was making. And so I decided in mid-April to put in my 2 weeks notice. And I just said, you know what? If I let this opportunity pass me now, I probably would never be able to get it back, and I would regret it for the rest of my life. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, the degrees will always be there. The place that I was teaching was phenomenal. I felt like that was the biggest sacrifice, like not being able to see my students anymore and leaving such a phenomenal district. So it was the scariest decision I'd ever made in my life. But I was like, you know what? I have the support. Like, I have my parents behind me, my fans behind me. This feels like a passion. Before, I felt like teaching was. I'd walk into work and not feel like I was going to work. But then when I started Ramina Rated, work all of a sudden felt like work, and I couldn't wait to get home and record content. Like, at one point, I think I had to bring my dishdasha with me to work and record a cameo in the car on my lunch break because I just didn't have enough time in the day to get it done. So it was insane, and I was being pulled in both directions, and I felt like I didn't have time for myself anymore, even though I was okay with that because I was enjoying Ramina Rated so much. You know what I mean? So I had to make that decision and couldn't let the opportunities pass me up. Do I regret it? No, I still don't. Thank God. I hope that doesn't change. I don't regret it. But yeah, I was a teacher, Sarah. I was a teacher.
I can't believe, when you said how long you had been doing it, I can't believe it's been that long.
I know.
It was nearly a decade.
I know. That's crazy.
But even more amazing that you took a chance on yourself.
Right.
And you pursued this passion, because I feel like a lot of people do that to themselves, where they feel stuck and they're like, I've put so much time into this thing, whether it's work or, relationship. Like, people will just stay
because the time
somewhere
invested.
Exactly, because of the time that they put into it.
Yeah.
So it's honestly all the more cool and all the more inspiring that you left when you did to pursue this passion, at least in my opinion.
It just encourages me.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And all my friends and family were like, listen, you got to do what you think is the right move. And that just felt like the right move at the time. And I thank God that it still feels like the right move. So
it's very cool. to be able to look at something that you're doing and also know that you're making an impact on your community. Like, I feel like you're the reason Gundik Naya are on the map.
We're on the map, baby!
And people know what we are.
Oh, Lord, and I don't know if it in a good way, too. Someone was like, I'm learning all my Assyrian from you. And I was like, oh, no. Someone stop this educational moment from happening, please. Do not learn my Assyrian. Yeah, no, Gundiks, we're on the map, baby. We are Tchum Naya, specifically Gundik Naya.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, honestly, like, I never thought that I was making funny videos to have people like message me like, you've changed my life, or like, you remind me of this person that I lost recently. Like, those were just like the cherry on top moments where I was like, oh my God. And I remember the first time someone had messaged me like a really long message about like how my videos were like helping her. And I think it was during the pandemic. And I was like, whoa, like it felt like a lot of weight on my shoulders for a second. Cause I was like, oh man, like people are taking my videos in this way. Like they were just great comments. Like when I'm feeling depressed, I go to your videos and you make me laugh. Or like your Yom videos remind me of my grandma that just passed away. Like just super sentimental messages that I was like, whoa, is this what my content is doing for people? Because at first I was just making videos just to be funny. Like I was having a good time doing it. Now I feel like there's this like added pressure in a good way. And I feel like it inspired me to keep posting the videos, because now it wasn't just about me having fun and recording cool stuff or funny content. It was like, oh, okay, like people are relying on my content now for different reasons. I felt like I had that obligation to keep providing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just very humbling, because I never thought like that my content could be received in such a way or can touch people in such a way. So again, I always say it's humbling. Like it's insane.
I mean, even if they're learning the Gundik dialect,
oh God, I guess
they're at least learning Assyrian, which is
we're
also
taking over. Is that what
something
you're saying?
Yeah, why not? So get toch Gundik Naya.
Toch chaye, chaye. Shalom aleichem. Adi malpan nochon. Lishan et Gundik Naya al Turaya.
How was your Assyrian before Yom?
Shit, terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. It was really terrible. We have this one childhood video of me and my sister. It's just the only one that we have. And we're speaking Assyrian in it. Like, nothing but Assyrian in it. And I remember watching it going, whoa. Like, we were fluent. And then somehow lost it in the school system. And we weren't practicing at home, so it just disappears naturally. When I started the Yom videos, I would always ask my family, like, how do you say this? How do you say that? But dude, in this past year and a half, I feel like, and granted it might be like the Gundik dialogue, it's probably not like a formal Assyrian, but I feel like my Assyrian is so much better.
So I know you have a lot of shows coming up, a lot of stand-up shows. You've shifted more so into stand-up while you're still doing the recording, you're still doing, your TikTok content, but as you're shifting into stand-up, what have you noticed? Are you excited? What's going on in your head?
Girl, I feel like I'm in therapy. You'd make a really good therapist. I feel very calm with you.
I should have gotten that degree instead of my anthropology
degree. It's not too late, Sarah.
You know what? It's really not.
Don't feel stuck. We just talked about this.
Girl, I don't want to go back to school.
I'm dead. You should just do your Assyrian podcast. It's like therapy sessions. That would be freaking
That's
phenomenal.
how I'm going to advertise it from now on. You know what? You want some free therapy? I am not licensed, but it's free $99.
Do it, dude. All right. So I am a control freak when it comes to the content and like what I'm putting out there for the fans. So in terms of the comedy shows, I have my hand in a lot of it. And like the tech stuff that goes into it, I freak out about things going wrong on that end. So leading up to the shows, I felt really anxious because I just wanted to put on a good show. And I'm a noob when it comes to the stand-up part. Like I haven't actually gone to these little bars and done any stand-up thing. Yeah, I haven't done any of that. I kind of just got up there and talked to people. My first show, the Detroit show, wasn't scripted. I didn't write a sketch. Like I didn't do any of that. And I felt like the one that I did at Babylon was a little bit more. It was in Chicago. Yeah, Babylon Bistro was in Chicago. I felt like I had written like I chose 3 topics to talk about, and I wrote like some bullet points, and I was like, just talk about it. I didn't really like script it or like practice the bit. I don't see. I don't even know if I'm using the right terminology for for comedy, but I didn't practice it. I went up there and people were like, "You did great. You did great." So I feel natural when I'm on stage. So I guess I'm anxious leading up to it because I want everything to go smoothly. But when I'm in it, like in the thick of it, it just feels so good. And so I think that's the part I can't wait for, is like to be in the middle of a show, just like rocking it, vibing with the fans, making people laugh. But I do want to craft more. Like I want to learn the ins and outs of stand-up comedy, and I want to actually like put myself out there, not just for the Middle Eastern population, but like go into a bar in Chicago, like a diverse crowd, and see if they'll vibe with my jokes too, right? Like, am I just funny for Middle Easterns because they can relate, or like, can I do it in a way that like, appeals to different cultures?
Yeah.
And ethnicities.
Like a bigger demographic, essentially.
Yeah. So that's the goal right now, my bucket list. We're gonna go, right? You're gonna take me?
I'm so down. If the place I used to go to ever reopens, they shut down during COVID. I feel really bad. I will say that as someone who has seen your stand-up, you're really good with the crowd work.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so fun.
It's it seems like a good way to kind of warm yourself up. Is there anything like difficult about that when you're just trying to approach people and you're talking to people in your crowd?
Yes. Okay. I have two stories to tell about this. So I'm sure people have seen little clips, highlight videos of my stand-up, my show that I do. I come out as Yom at first and give people what they love, which is just Yom, just roasting them. So at one show in Detroit, I went up to this couple and I'm like vibing with the wife and I'm vibing with the husband. And then I think I said something to the husband that set him off because his smile disappeared and he just had this like look on his face, like a pissed off look. And I got so awkward. I like turned to the wife. The wife's still cracking up. And I'm like, okay, I think we're safe because the wife is still laughing, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to get Chris rocked right now by this man.
Said Chris rocked.
Yeah, I was scared for a second. And I think I just like kind of smoothed it over and was like, let me walk away or something like that. And I just walked away from him. But it was so awkward because, yeah, that does happen. Like, you're doing things on the spot. It's all improvised. You don't know how people are going to react.
Right.
So, yes, I've had that awkward moment. And then on the flip side, I've had moments happen where I feel like God was looking out for me in a way where these like perfect jokes are set up and I didn't know it. So in Detroit, I went up to a man who says he was a lawyer and I go, so I'm going to fall right here at the club, the country club, and you're going to cut me a check. And he shakes his head and he says, no, not here. And I was like, what do you mean not here? This expensive country club, I gonna fall here? You're gonna give me a lot of money? He goes, no, not here. And I'm looking at him, and someone from the crowd goes, he's the president of the country club. And I was like, oh, shit. And I walked away, and people were dying of laughter. And I was like, wow, like, what a perfect joke. Like, not intentional at all. I had no idea he was the president of the country club. And I just happened to go up to this guy and go, I'm going to slip here. You're going to cut me a fat check. And he turns out to be the president of the country club. So that just was so funny to me. It was like the perfect setup. And then again, at Babylon Bistro in Chicago, I go up to this guy and I said, what do you do for work? He goes, nothing. And I said, oh, akidi leguchechane every night. He's for sure at the coffee shops every night. And everyone in the room dies of laughter. The woman in front of him is like throwing her thumbs up. Like, yes, you're right. And then our cousin catches me in the bathroom later and she goes, do you know who that guy was? We call him, and I forgot his name, say it was Johnny. She goes, we call him Johnny Chechana because he's in the Chechana every night. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, I feel like God is like setting up these moments during the shows. Just like, here you go. Like right on my lap. Like just a perfect moment. Like not knowing but setting up the perfect jokes, and it's been awesome. Honestly, it's been such a cool experience. So yes, the scary part of the stand-up and the improv is like, yes, things are happening in the moment and you don't know what you're gonna get, but I also think that's what makes it fun, especially as Yom, because that's essentially like that's the comedy in and of itself, is like she's reacting to everything as it's happening in the moment. So that's fun, and every crowd is different. You're going to get a different Yom crowd work in different places, so it's fun.
Are you excited for your future shows that are coming up?
Yes, I am. I am stoked for Australia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna find you a guy in Australia? What's going on there?
Girl, because them
On that
accents
front,
though.
those accents.
But like I don't know about no 90-day fiance business. I'm just, like long distance is not for me. So we working on visas and bringing them over? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's looking like 30 and single, baby.
Well, I'm curious though. You have such a huge following. Are there not guys in your DMs like, "Hey, baby,
Sarah,
let
you
me be
sound
your
like my
unkidu.
student. Hello, Khayi.
I'll be your unkidu."
Does anybody call you Sarha?
Ah, I wish.
Khayi Azisti Sarha.
It's so cute. No, I gotta
I
go back
love
to
you,
Iraq
baby.
for that.
Is it Sarah or Sarha, baby?
Sarha, baby.
Sarha.
Sarha.
No, Sarah, you sound like my student because one of my students said Miss Odisho. Damn, I miss him so much. He used to roast me all the time. He goes, "Damn, Miss Odisho, of all the followers you got, and you're still single. Nobody slid into your DMs." And I'm like, sick, this kid. No, it's interesting. You have like the random, like fobs, for lack of a better word, like
Sure.
sending like messages in Arabic, and of course I have to translate because I don't know if he's gonna be like, "Baby girl, I love you so much, I'm gonna make you my queen." Maybe I want to be his queen. You feel me? So I gotta translate these to see what they're about, and half the time they don't make sense. You know how it goes. When
Sure.
you click on like see translation on
Yeah.
Facebook comments, they make no sense.
Something like "You are my dream."
Yeah.
My rose.
Yep.
my
There's
cloud.
always something about roses.
There's always a rose in there.
And gardens.
It's great.
They're poetic.
Yeah.
But no, there has not been, and I joke about it because I say it's my fault because I put myself out there as the okay? I did that to myself. And so I feel like the men are getting a glimpse 50 years from now, and why would they want any part of that, right? So, no, I joke about that all the time, but no, not really. It's been interesting for sure. But I don't know if like that's how I want to meet someone either. Now that I think about it, like I'm more like old school. Like would rather not someone slide into my DMs, but like slide into my actual life. Like,
Yeah.
hello, nice to meet you in person. You know?
That's always nice.
You know what I mean?
It always comes off very confident too.
Yeah, like don't be scared to come up to me.
Yeah. After
I
the
don't
show,
look like Yom all the time.
if you're, cute and, maybe a couple of nice tattoos
Yeah.
and buff.
Yeah,
and
after the
come
show.
up to Ramina Rated after the show.
But it's so funny, Sarah. Like guys do slide into my DMs though, Sarah, but it's for cameos for their wives.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's like, I'll get like excited for a second, and then it's like, "Oh yes, you would like to pay for a video of Yom wishing your wife a happy birthday. God bless you guys. You happily married couple. That's beautiful." So yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
Are you looking on that front?
Am I looking?
And what are you looking for? If so,
Oh,
if you
Sarah,
don't
the
mind me
plug.
asking.
I love how this has shifted.
Just trying to,
Of course I'm looking. I'm not actively looking. I'm not actively looking. And I always
Parents
say,
aren't
like...
stressing you out about that.
They're not. Every time I visit my grandma, I say, "Let me
Oh
You still
gosh.
haven't found me one?" She's like, "Where am I going to go?" With her bad name. She's like, "Where am I going to go to find you one?" No, and I don't know if I like that idea of, like, my parents, like, on the hunt for a man for me. No, absolutely not. It's just a struggle, You feel like you know all the people around your age in your city, and then randoms turn up, and you're like, "Oh, sick, he's engaged. Like, where was he when I was looking?" Right?
I guess I should
I'm not.
rephrase it to, are you looking for somebody who knows you as you, or someone who sees Ramina Rated and was like, "She's funny. I like that.
I would
like
I
my
would
women
love
funny."
Yeah, I would love to. I would hope that the person I'm with thinks I'm funny, and vice versa. I need a funny guy in my life. I don't want to be the one cracking the jokes all the time. Like, I like to sit back and laugh too sometimes, Yeah, I think we're past that point of like people just meeting me as me. I feel like majority of the people I meet, like, they know who I am at that point. But yeah, very interesting. I would hope that the person I end up with is invested in my videos too, so that we can make videos together. Because I don't think I'd sacrifice Ramina Rated for a guy. Like, I can imagine like a super private guy, like, not wanting to be about it. And I'm going to be like, "Okay, bye."
You gonna be in these videos whether you like it
Whether
or
you
not.
like it or not.
What is that like though now? Like, let's say just going to church or going to a wedding, and like everybody was like, "Yup, There's Ramina. That's Ramina Rated.
Yeah, I was actually explaining this to my parents yesterday, like that I get like a moment of anxiety because I feel like I was a pretty private person before remunerated. And it's not to say that I'm like, I don't consider myself famous at all. Like I always say like 5 mile radius, which is not the case, but still. It's so weird. It's weird to go to church. You know, I've gone to church all my life, but now it's like I'm going to church and people are coming up to me and saying they love my videos, right? Like, so on the one hand, it's like so cool and fun to like meet the fans and hear what they have to say. On the other hand, I get like anxiety for a second because I'm like, oh my God, like I can never just go now to church and just sit in that peace, you know, and do it the way I used to do it, where then I can hang out with like the youth kids afterwards. Like no, like now it's like I'm expecting someone to like come up to me, say hello, want to take a picture, which again, it's like again so humbling and so cool, but there's that sense of the old me and the way that I was used to is gone forever now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least within our community. So it's bittersweet, I think.
Is it kind of like you have to put on a show wherever you
No,
go?
it's not a show.
Like, hey, say something funny.
Sometimes I
Do
feel like
your
I'm like a
own.
monkey, like I'm a dancing monkey to people sometimes. But no, it's not like a show. It's just being on. It's
Yeah.
being on because I remember meeting someone from like a TV show that I used to watch, and I said, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he's like, "Make it quick." And that till this day, I'll never forget it. I was such a fan of this actor, and he said, "Make it quick." And from then on, I was like, "Ew, like what an interaction." I almost wish I never met you because now I'm like, that was really rude. Yeah. So I'm a sweet person. I'm never rude to anybody. So I would never be like, "Yeah, make it quick" to someone that came up to take a picture with me. But like I said, I love meeting them. I love hearing what they have to say about my videos, but I feel like I have to be on. Yeah. So some days I'm not feeling it. Like maybe got into an argument with my parents before church, which we're not supposed to do, obviously. But
no, we don't do that.
We don't ever do that.
No.
But like if I'm not like I could be going through my own thing, but the fans don't know that, and so I can't give them that energy. I have to be on. So that's what I mean about being on. I have to be, you know, like upbeat energy. Yeah. So like I remember one time going into a salon to do my hair for one of my shows, and they were like, "Wow, like you're so toned down, like you're so quiet. We didn't expect you to be like that." And I almost felt like I disappointed them for a second, but then I'm like, hold on, like I'm just me. Like I can be quiet sometimes too, you know? Like, and that's sometimes when I feel like I'm like being treated like a circus monkey or like a clown. Like, go ahead, dance, perform.
You're not doing
do the yom.
You
know what I mean? Like, so it's sometimes I'll have those like awkward moments where it's like people expect that of me right away. They think that's me 24/7, but it's not. I'm just a regular person that like sometimes is in her feels too, and like not in the mood to be, you know, what they see on Ramina Rated all the time.
Sure.
So, but meeting the fans is fun, especially the kids. Sarah, they're so sweet. Like at the wedding yesterday, one girl like literally her mouth dropped, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're here!" And like they're so cute. They like run up for hugs. Like it's just the sweetest thing. The first autographs I ever signed were on paper plates at a picnic, and they were kids. It was so cute. They had a Sharpie, and they're like, "Can you sign our plates?"
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was really adorable. So yeah, I talk a lot.
No, it's all good.
Viewers, listeners, I talk a lot.
This is what we're here for.
This is therapy.
People are listening because they want to listen.
Thank God, huh?
We're not holding gun to anybody's head.
You think they didn't turn it off 50 minutes ago?
No.
The Bible, the Bible listening. You think they didn't go away to the other podcast?
You know what?
We still have your attention, guys.
God with them.
Thanks God. Please, don't go anywhere. We have more therapy to come.
Where do you see yourself taking these multiple personalities?
To a doctor? To a psychiatrist? No.
For real though, because you do so much. You're doing the directing in a lot of cases. You're doing the writing. You're acting in these. You're singing in some of them. Like you're doing a lot of different. Yes. I love the Bollywood aspect.
Yeah, you do. Listen, we grew up watching them together.
I love it. But I do wonder, like, what's next, essentially? Like, after, like, let's say stand-up. Do you want stand-up to lead you somewhere? Do you want that to be, like, your main thing for a little while?
So stand-up was on my bucket list, which I'm exploring now. The content I don't want to stray away from because I feel like it's immediate and it's accessible and to everyone. And that's how I started. So I feel like I need to be, like, true to that and like not forget my roots, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like stay true to it and give the fans what they want the way that they first got it. But that's not to say I don't want to grow, like in the types of videos I'm making, and then potentially acting. Sarah, I don't know. Do you think I'd be a good actress?
I actually do. I could
Really?
totally see you in like movies or something. Where do you
Oh
see?
my
What
God,
kind of
that's
like
just like
genre do you see yourself in?
I don't know. It's just so
Want
nerve
to do like
wracking
a
to think about.
cameo in a Bollywood movie?
That
Like
would be
a
phenomenal,
current
or even
one?
like sing over one, like sing for a soundtrack. Like that would be so fun. But like I don't know. I feel like I don't take myself seriously, but I so badly want to explore serious roles or like make more serious videos. Like I'll come across an audio on TikTok and I'm like, "Ooh, that would be a really good audio for like just like a serious like acting moment." And then I think to myself like, "Nah, like I'm cringing just thinking about it." And like
Because it's
my
you doing it?
because it's me doing it, and then also that I do comedy. So how would my fan base take that? Would they be like laughing at it and then be like, oh wait, like she's being serious right now, and it's just like a cringe worthy moment. You know what I mean? I laugh at myself too much, but I don't want to do that forever. And that's how I've been all my life. Like I've always been just the comedic, like the clown that makes people laugh. And so sometimes when I was serious, people would be like, I can't tell if you're being funny or serious right now. So it's like that. It's weird. Like you can't tell. You can't tell when everything's comedy all the time. But I do want to make that shift, and obviously acting. I mean, that would be so fun and so cool. But I hear it's not easy, and I think that scares me because right now I'm like comfortable. Like this is my thing. This is my jam, my zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even like stand up is not super easy for a lot of people, but you're
No,
doing
hell
it. You're
no.
putting yourself out there.
Yeah, it's
You're
tough.
putting yourself in front of people and being vulnerable, telling
Yeah.
them your stories, your family
Right.
stories, you know.
Yeah, that's it's scary as hell. I mean, in the moment it feels natural and right, but it's scary as hell.
You think Yom would do like a horror movie?
I
Could
mean,
you
if someone
imagine
wants to
Yom?
cast you, yeah, hell yeah.
Like,
And you know what's funny? You say that. I feel like it would almost be easier for me to take roles as one of my characters versus myself. And I feel like that's like the biggest cop out. Like I'm scared to be myself, even though I feel like I could be myself in certain roles, like serious roles too. You know what
that
I
makes
mean?
sense though, because when you're acting, you're not yourself.
Yeah. And I'm almost hiding behind these characters. So I
Yeah.
can be as like goofy and silly or, as goofy as I want. There's like no pressure because it's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not the joke. Whoa. This is really
You just go meta.
how did you do that? You need to be a therapist, girl. Anyway, yeah, I need to just chill out and just put myself out there more. And it's funny that I say that because I'm out there, but I mean, just put myself out there more and like be authentically myself and not just behind these characters. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like the stand up is leading you into that some more.
I hope so. I hope so.
Because it allows you to, you know.
Be myself in that moment. Yeah,
Exactly.
when I'm
You're
telling
talking
the
to
jokes.
people as
Yes.
yourself when you're telling these
Yes.
jokes and, you know.
Absolutely. And that's what I was telling my family too. The Yom improvising part, the Yom crowd work, perfectly fine. No stress whatsoever. Coming out as myself though, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not funny. Like, this isn't funny. I'm not going to be funny. I'm not going to deliver this the right way. Or like, these jokes are just not funny enough. Like, that's where I'll start freaking out, is the parts where I do it, like, authentically me.
I think that's hard for a lot of people though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just to be their authentic selves. Again, not to like harp on our community, but
Oh, especially to do that with our community.
there's that paranoia, like that someone's gonna take something the wrong way, and you know,
Yep.
it's always there. Anything else that we can look forward to from you? Any projects that you're working on aside from the stand? Where are you going for stand?
Where am I going?
Where
That's
are
a
you
good
going?
question. We've been to Detroit, we did Chicago, we're going to Cali, we're going to Arizona, God willing, we're going to Australia next year. I've been invited by a few fans to come to Paris, and I'm like, hell yeah! But like, I don't know what the population looks like there. Like, I don't even know how to begin organizing something like that. So, I mean, we're going everywhere, baby.
I love that.
And it's scary and exciting, and it's cool. It's fun stuff. It's surreal.
I love that for you. I can't wait to see it all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. And
Thank you, Khayi. Thank you.
Telling me about your life and being vulnerable here today.
Thank you so much, Khayi. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for this therapy, la.
لا كله بلاش.
Thank God. Insurance, يعني insurance is gonna cover كل من دي. Something wrong with your eye? You're winking.
People can't see me winking.
والله هي بودكاست إلها لا exactly. Thank you خي سيرة على نطر صرخة لا على نطر خي بخيلة على مشخت خات مغديلة ورقدنج وخلولة خي بخيلة على خي. Okay. It's been a blast. Thank you so much, Assyrian Podcast, for having me out. You are a phenomenal interviewer.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Oh, thank you.
Bye for now. We cannot wait to see all of the things you do. I'm pretty sure I already said that, and now I'm doing a serious thing where you say, okay, yalla, bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Shamane, right?
I have no idea.
Shamane Mukhabbe.
Oh, the listeners.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. See, I'm doing it again where I'm like going into character.
Yeah.
Okay, this is me, Ramina. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Sarah, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Assyrian Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe and review us wherever you listen to us. You can also help us by spreading the word about the Assyrian Podcast to your family and friends. And remember, dial 415-349-3845 and leave us a message or email us at info@assyrianpodcast.com with your name, location, your favorite episode, and why. Thank you all. Please have a safe summer. We'll resume episodes this fall, so stay tuned.